Welcome to Fast Friday. Hi everyone, and welcome to Pal to Tech. Today we are talking about using third-party manual lenses on Fujifilm cameras. But we're also going to be talking about using the mount adapter setting. You need to understand which of the three types of communication your lens is using to talk to your camera. Full direct communication applies to all Fujifilm or Fujinon brand lenses that have an X mount. These lenses communicate directly with the camera, and every bit of information about the lens and the various settings, including autofocus, is made available to the camera. And you can see the electronic contact points right here. The second form of communication is partial communication. Some third-party lenses will partially communicate with your Fujifilm camera from the lens using these contact points just like this, or via a special adapter which has contact points built in. And lastly, we have 100% manual lenses with zero communication whatsoever at all with the camera. This Rokinon 12mm cinema lens contains no electrical contacts whatsoever. In fact, when you go to put it on the camera, you've got to go into the menu, select button dial setting, make sure that shoot without lens is turned on. Once you start taking photos with a 100% manual lens, you're good to go, right? Wrong. Here's the deal. Because the lens is not communicating any information at all about itself, this means that your camera has no idea what type of lens it is. And this causes two problems. First, the EXIF data is not correctly communicated to the camera from the lens. And second, if your camera has IBIS, such as the X-T4, that won't work as well. I shot this photo with an X-T4 using the Rokinon 12mm manual lens. But have a look at the EXIF data, 21mm. That's not correct. The camera had no idea the focal length of this lens, and so we need to tell the camera what kind of lens we are using. So what you need to do is go into your IQ settings, and it's at the bottom of page 3 where it says mount adapter setting. You see that? Look, there are 6 choices here, and look at what the top one is, 21mm. That's why it says it right here in Lightroom, and it would say the same thing in Capture One. So if you do nothing at all, it is going to assume that every lens that you have attached to your camera has a focal length of 21mm. Not good. Not good at all. So what you need to do is specify one of those 6 options as the correct setting for your lens. Choose lens 1, and this is real simple. Focal length setting, and make it 12, because that is the focal length of the lens that I happen to have on this camera. Then what I did, I went to edit lens name, and you can name the lens. But make sure when you do this that you spell it correctly, because whatever you put here for the lens name and the focal length is going to be officially communicated in your EXIF data. So make sure you spell it correctly and you're consistent in your nomenclature between the different lenses. So I will call this Rokinon okay, so then you go up to set and you press menu, boom, go back, and there it is. Have a look at that. Now watch what happens if I take the camera out and take another photo with this set. Now look right down here, it says lens Rokinon 12mm, and it even says it right up here. It's perfect. Now you have the correct lens focal length communicated directly to your raw file. You can use the various filtering and sorting features in Lightroom and Capture One to be able to pull up pictures and sort by the lens type. Now there's a few more things you need to know about this. First, you only have 6 choices. When you go into them, you will see some other options that are grayed out. You see where it says distortion correction, color shading, and so forth? Those are for M mount lenses using Fujifilm's specific M mount adapter. We're not going to cover that in this video, but that's what those are for. Okay, so keep in mind that you only need to go in and specify an option here and use this setting at all if you are using one of these third-party manual lenses, such as this Rokinon, that has no communication with the camera whatsoever. Now, the second problem has to do with IBIS. If you have a Fujifilm camera with IBIS, it's very important to be sure that you are specifying and choosing the correct lens adapter settings. Have a look at this footage right here, shot with an X-T4. I shot this footage with the exact same lens and had both IBIS and digital stabilization turned on. However, in the footage on the left, I didn't bother to set my lens mount adapter setting when I attached the lens. In the footage on the right, I correctly entered in the focal length of the lens and picked it from the list. So to sum up, if you're shooting with a manual lens that has no communication with your Fujifilm camera, it is very important to specify the mount adapter setting before you start shooting. All this talk about lenses and shooting, I just want to get out and take some pictures, so I'm gonna go do that. I hope you have a great weekend. And if you found this video helpful, please be sure to give it the like and subscribe. And of course, I will see you all next week. Take care. The Hershey lettering to the front, facing up. And action.
I'm going to be putting it through a lot of force for the